La ilaha, la ilaha illallah. La ilaha, la ilaha illallah. Gambia, Dawda Jawara, Maringa.
Thank you very much, Fatou Jaw, for coming to our home.
This is from QTV and to you.
Come up, come and meet Sir Dawda.
Okay. We're grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Come and introduce you to Sir Dawda.
Ah, look at the handsome guy. Happy 50th anniversary, sir. How are you?
Wedding anniversary.
Wedding
Next
anniversary.
Wednesday, 28.
Wow.
We'll be 50 years together.
Wow. What a
We're
story.
still standing rock.
I can see that. I can see that. Beautiful. He's looking handsome as usual.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for the compliment.
Okay. We are grateful for all that you did for the country. I read your book.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Yes,
great.
yes, I read it and it was a great story. I didn't know you were a good dancer. First lady, so how was that for the first day? It's 50 years, that's
50 years, yes.
what a story.
It is.
That's very impressive. So how did it happen that day? Did you just come in and your dad said, oh, we've given you to Sir Dawda?
No, it took about a few weeks.
Okay.
But it all started through my aunt.
Oh.
My aunt was living with the sister. So in Birkama. So my aunt took a photograph. I had a visitor then in those days, in 67.
Whoa.
My sister's husband's daughter came for holidays, so we went and have a photo. So then my auntie took the photo, and then he said, oh, can I have this photo? I said, yes. He showed it to the sister,
Oh,
Ajanasi Jawara
okay.
in Birkama. So then he said,
and Aja was be like, we need to hook these people up.
so that's how it all
That's how it
started.
started. Oh,
yes,
fantastic
yes,
story.
yes,
It's been,
yes.
it's a very beautiful story.
Thank you.
And we're grateful for all the time that you have beside him. They said beside every great man is a very good, great woman.
Yes. He is a great man.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a wonderful
He
man.
is.
He's father of the nation.
Yes.
He is a wonderful man.
Okay.
He's a good father. He's a wonderful husband.
Yes.
I must say.
I read his book and the story is just very impressive.
Very,
I
very
think
fascinating.
fascinating. Every kid should read that book.
Yes. Yes.
During the colonial times and how he brought us through
To
the
independence.
independence, you know, his negotiations.
He struggled a
skills.
lot for the independence
Yes,
with his colleagues.
Yes, he's very
Yes.
wise.
Yes.
He's been very
Very
wise.
clever man.
Very clever,
Yes.
but from Ghana to England to Glasgow.
England,
You know, he's been dancing along the way too.
Yes.
He loves music. What's
And
your
he's a
favorite
good dancer.
music?
He
Yes.
loved music.
Yes,
Especially Beethoven.
Beethoven.
And then when Yusundur started,
Uh-huh.
he was in for it.
I'm sure. Okay, it's still going strong, and we are very grateful, and we are praying for both of you.
Papa, just say something. Just say something, anything. Yes. Just
Anything.
anything.
We are from QTV. We are from QTV.
QTV,
It's a
they
new,
just came to interview you just to say one or two words.
and congratulating you for the 50th anniversary.
The wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Well, yeah, ask your questions. Ask any question.
Yeah, you have to ask question.
Okay, so how was it like for the first day you met her as your, was it like a fiance, or did you went dancing first before, or you just did the traditional way? You didn't see your
We
bride
did the
until
traditional way.
Ah,
For
okay.
1 week.
Ah,
You know, so in the house, he held the reception in the Namban Marina, and then my dad did the
how did you
ceremony.
guys keep it for 50 years? What's the recipe? How?
Oh, yeah, well, every marriage has up and down.
Yes.
So when it's hot, you calm down, and then you carry on
Okay.
with life.
I saw a picture of both of you. That was in Malaysia.
Yeah.
You went to Kuala Lumpur with her. You were like,
Kuala Lumpur and China.
yeah. How old were you then? That's 20,
I don't want to say
22,
age.
23.
Yeah, it was in the 80s.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay.
in the
Oh, that was
80s,
not okay.
90, yes.
Okay. okay. And for your age that time, how was it, you know, being a president's wife, traveling all over the country?
He was then a prime minister.
Oh, the prime minister.
He was a prime minister.
Okay.
It was not easy, but I mean, he's a good teacher.
Yes.
He taught me all along
Okay. That's
what to do, what to say, and not what to say.
okay.
So, and if you're a good listener, and then you know him properly,
Yes.
and then you go along with him because he's a clever man.
Yes. So diplomatically,
how-
when you travel, he will guide you
Yes,
as
he
to
will
what
tell you
you're
what
going.
to do and what not to do.
You see, we're not surprised. He's a very wise man.
Yeah,
I read,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
through the
With
book.
the help of him and the protocols
Yes,
and so on, so
yes.
everything went smoothly.
Perfectly. Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yep, and I read your book, and you know, during the colonial times, all your negotiation skills and all your patience,
Okay.
and all that you
Very
know
patient man.
did and said to make sure, you know, we transitioned smoothly. That was very, very impressive, and we are all going to read that book over and over. I plan to do a, you know, a very lengthy interview with you, but then that's fine. You know, it's okay. But you know, we are very glad, and we are very. It's a very, very fascinating and educative book. We're all going to learn a lot from it, and we are all very grateful. And now we all appreciate your leadership style, that you carried the country through from the 1960s all the way to today. And we are very grateful for that. And again, happy 50th anniversary, okay? So the 51st one, I'll bring a band. What kind of music did you say he liked?
Oh, Yusundur.
Yusundur.
Yes.
Okay, but he used to be one time he used to be a British boy. He
Yes,
danced
he does.
yeah.
It does.
Was it, how do you call it? You know.
The rumba. The rumba and the, what was the foxtrot?
Foxtrot.
He was very good with foxtrot in those days.
So
Yeah,
the next year anniversary, we're gonna bring the foxtrot music, and we will
that would be
see,
nice.
right?
That would be nice.
Okay, thank you so much. You're looking so handsome again, still very handsome, and we are very appreciative of everything, whether it's personally or from QTV or from the whole country. We are here to say happy 50th wedding anniversary to you, Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, okay? Thank you
very
so
much.
much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lady Chila Jawara is going to give us a peek into her bedroom. We want to see her photos with the president. QTV, come on. Aha. So this was the 49th.
Yes, and that was the this thing gave him
Okay. And
peace
okay, where was that one?
at the last year.
World Peace Day.
Yes, World Peace Day at the House of Parliament.
Beautiful. And where is that one?
Which one?
The one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's World Peace Day
Okay.
at the National Assembly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
that's the photo with me and Chairman Mao on Sadao. That's Chairman Mao. Oh, well, Chairman, that's when we visited China.
China.
So that's not Chairman Mao, but he was the president.
Okay.
So then the Chairman Mao was the chairman.
Chairman, yeah.
So we have that. I had a book, but it was all gone during this thing.
Okay.
So that's me. That's my mom. Yes.
What's your mom's name? It's
To
beautiful.
Maria Majalo.
Wow. Okay. Very beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. Pretty. My mom is a Jalo too.
Oh, mashallah.
Aisa to Jalo.
That's why you're pretty.
That's why you're pretty too. Oh, look at that. That's
was,
beautiful.
One of my Thomas were there. You know,
How many Thomas? I'm sure you have a lot of,
About 100.
about 100.
Yes, or more now.
It's a beautiful name, and yes, beautiful. Thank you so much. Here is it. Our beautiful First Lady, former First Lady, Lady Chila. Thanks for having us here in your beautiful home.
Thank you very much, Fatu, and you're welcome here. You're also a pretty lady. You're fuller lady, just like me.
I know, right? Thank you. My mom is fuller too, and she's the Jalo.
Mashallah.
Yeah. You know, so all the time that you're not in the State House, is this your residence?
This is our private residence.
This is your private residence.
This is the private residence. Actually, when we were in State House, we used to live in Cape House. Well, for weekends.
Okay.
That is near the craft
Craft-
thing at Bakau.
Bakau, okay.
Yes, so we used to stay there for weekends
Okay.
and then go back. Then in the 70s,
Yes.
60s, 70s, my husband decided to build this house.
House. Okay.
You know, so then since then we used to come here for
You-
weekends.
Wow. It's a very
Yes, we come
beautiful,
for weekends and then go back. So
cozy,
that's how we
cozy
live.
house.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
you had
for nearly 40 years or so.
yes, you had great moments here.
Lovely moments. No
You
problem.
you got married to him in 1968.
68.
Wow,
It was a wonderful wedding.
I'm
I
sure.
remember Super Eagles.
Whoa, that was the
Yes.
It's band
Yes.
in the day.
Yes.
Ha.
They played. They told my dad they want to offer the
Oh,
music for whole day
wow.
at
At your-
Anglesey Street,
In Banjul.
opposite Denton. So played. So the crowd and the
Wow.
people with the wedding and the
Oh,
music.
I know.
It was nice.
Oh man,
So
I can
I
imagine.
remember going to Crab Island School, and then everybody started pointing at me. I said, "What is happening?" Because then, you know, in those days they don't tell you what is happening. So they'll just tell you. You will know it from friends and so on.
Yes.
So I went to school. Everybody started, "Oh, that's Chilel, who's going to marry the prime minister." So then I started. I said, "I'm the only one Chilel here." So all of a sudden, because it was too much, 2 weeks before the wedding, I stopped going to
Going
school.
to school.
Yeah.
You were in Form
I went to Form 1,
1,
2
2,
to 3.
3.
Yes. So then I had to stop going to
So then all your time with Sadauda, you were a housewife and
Full.
a mentor and a
traveling with
Traveling with him.
And then, you know, he teaches you me a lot.
Yeah.
I really learned very fast too.
yes,
So-
I can tell. And all these years that I've been reading about the two of you or reading him, I've never seen any mishap with Sadauda or
we
his
do-
wife.
we did.
You did?
We did.
Ah,
we
really?
did have a little.
Little?
But I mean, it's not that much.
It's
that
normal.
people- it's just normal, which now generation cannot accept. The new young
the new generation.
Because I mean, in marriage, now you have to know each other for
yeah.
some time, or you live together. We didn't know that in our time.
Yeah, they suggested it
Yes,
and
but
then
I never regret
yes.
anything.
we can
you
see
know,
that. You
so-
see, you're still glowing.
Yeah, I have all my kids went to university and so on.
Very good.
So all that they teach me a lot. So
You learn from
yes,
all the
I learned
experience.
from the father and from my kids. So it's Allah's blessing for me.
A real blessing.
It's
A real
Allah
blessing.
blessing,
Yeah,
yes.
so you married him young. You said when you guys travel, you know, if on diplomatic missions or when you travel around the world, he will give you cues as to, you know, where you're going, what to give me one. Can you remember one event or one of your world travels?
Yes, I remember going to I was a shy lady
Okay.
at that time. We went to Zambia
Zambia.
on a Commonwealth mission.
Aha.
So then all the head of states were sitting. And we were there for over an hour, you know, because head of states, you don't keep them that long.
Long, no.
So then the prime minister from Brian Mulroney from Canada came over to me and says, because I don't know why, but I was popular among them.
Okay.
Because I was a young
Young
and this
African,
yes,
it's
African
new
lady,
couple,
and then
young-
like to dress up and
Yes.
so on. So then he came over to where we were all standing with. I think Gowon was there, Sadauda, because Sadauda get along very well with General Gowon of
Okay,
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
So he came and says, "Can you please tell Kaunda, you know, we want to go to the table. You know, we are all hungry and tired because." And I said in Wolof, I told my husband, "Man duma ko def. Munema mu bayi jigéen yépp ñëw ci yow.
Geo.
Please defal ko favor boobu." You
Mm.
know,
Okay.
then I had to go and tell him. He said he was waiting for somebody. That's why we are standing there for that.
Why didn't you want to do it? Because you thought the flag pick because you're an African, Danganeka African lady?
No.
or-
I think because Brian Mulroney
Or you were
always
just shy?
yes.
Or you were shy?
Yeah, I was shy to go and do it.
Okay.
You know, to go and tell this thing. Why didn't he go? But no, he said, "Let me just go because, you know, I get along with Kaunda and I get along with Brian Mulroney. And all the head of state, there were 70 of them.
Okay.
You know, so with their wives and so on. But he came and said, "Go and beg Kaunda so that we will go to the table and have something to eat.
Okay.
Then I told my husband, man du ma def loolu.
Waaw nga ne ko man duma def
No,
loolu
no.
lu tax mu.
Mu ne ma, you have to. Mu bàyyi in Wolof because we didn't want him to.
Waaw.
Waaw. Mu ne ma mu bàyyi jigéen ñi yëpp.
Waaw,
head of
mu ñëw
over
si yow.
70 of them. ñëpp a ngi taxaw ñu ngi taxaw ci reception. Mu ne ma demal nga wax ko Gawon. Kawunda.
Waaw.
ak yooyu ma ne ko Kawunda.
Wow.
We
So-
are all hungry.
Wow.
And we go to the table.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's why.
Wow,
You
okay.
know, just to tell him
Yes,
that he said,
yes.
okay, I was waiting for the queen something
Yes.
because he was supposed to come. So we can go to the
Yeah,
table.
so
They will
he
eat.
thought if you go, they're just comfortable
Yes,
with you.
yes,
and-
everybody's
okay.
comfortable with
Okay.
me. You know,
Okay.
Julius Nyerere was our best friend. Sir Seret Sakama of Botswana. You know, they were like this. So they always go together whenever we meet on OAU, Commonwealth. You know, we all get along. So they always call me the princess, the young princess,
The young
of
princess
the
because
Commonwealth,
Oh,
and
that
so
was-
on. So
oh.
that was a compliment. which I will
Yes,
never-
exactly.
Yes.
That's definitely a compliment. That's a very nice story.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I'm sure you've married him young, and you
Very young.
Yeah, you stayed with him for almost 50 years. You have your best moments, and just as you said, because your husband is wise and very measured, so wherever you go, you guys will complement each other on the
Definitely.
way and how to carry yourself, what to say, what not to say, how to. So you were dressing up well. What were your favorite dresses? What kind of dresses do you wear when you travel? Is it African or you mix African with European, depending on the
All the time, except when we are going, because sometimes you have a leisure time.
Yes.
Where we go shopping or this thing. Even if I'm going shopping, I wear Dagitan Mala.
Mala. Wow.
So all the occasions, I wear Grandpapa.
Good.
Because you have dinner with the Queen.
Yes.
And then you have reception with other head of states, invite you privately.
Yeah.
So I like to wear
So,
Dagitan Malan
good.
and so on.
Yeah.
So when we are going like to sometimes they put a leisure trip, then I wear sometimes skirt or trousers, you know, to be more comfortable.
I think-
But very rare.
I
But I still wear
yeah,
trousers
okay.
and top and so on,
Yeah, well,
European style.
Well, when you want to represent
Yes.
Gambia or Africa, you put on your
always,
traditional.
always
Yeah, I see you getting off the plane with him. I think it's in Malaysia. You are wearing a dagit.
Yes.
It looks like.
So
what
when I'm
you-
traveling, usually it's Dagit and Malan.
Malan, yeah, I saw
Because
that.
it's more comfortable.
I have the
But when
picture
I
somewhere.
when I get to the place and this thing and want to be more comfortable, like a cruise ship or
Yes,
something,
yes.
I wear
Well,
something.
you wear
Trousers,
pants.
top, and so on.
Big hats
Yes,
and
and
mingle
so on,
and yeah,
yes.
okay.
But
I'm-
most of the time is
traditional
Gambian.
Gambian.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. You represented us very well, and we are very appreciative of that. I know all these years with him, there are great moments you had together, and
Beautiful
yeah,
moments.
when they took over his government, were you expecting it at that time? Did you see it coming, or you were also shocked to?
I was a bit shocked because he traveled from UK and then just came. It was the day after. Then they said the military was doing some exercise with the American, you know, the gendarme.
Yes.
So that's how it happens. So he went to office and came back up to my room and says, oh, the American ambassador says we have to move to the airport for a little while. There's some disturbances. So
Was he calm or agitated?
oh
or
no, very calm.
Very calm.
Very calm. He's always calm.
Calm. Okay.
I am the one who will say, why do you have to do that and
this.
And he says, Chile, this is democracy
Yes.
country.
Yes.
You have to accept.
The will of the people or
He
whatever.
said, even if they say nasty things to you, he said, is it on you? I said, no. Even if it's on you, just brush it off and go. That was always his saying. He'll calm you down. Then he put me into yoga exercise just to calm down and so on. So we exercise together, yoga, and so just like normal couples.
Yeah.
When we are
I remember there was a popular saying in the local areas is like when they're having these campaigns and they were like, oh, you know, they call us Ngunja or something.
everything.
Yeah, and he will say, you know, that's no big deal. This is politics. You tell them chalo too, you know.
Yes,
So people
always,
laugh about it.
yes.
So all
Yeah,
through
yeah,
everything, he was always this calm man.
Always a calm man.
Okay.
He was always a calm man. Even if the ministers come and says, look at the opposition is doing that. He said, but we have to accept them.
Yes.
We have to accept them. I remember the Inspector General in those days, 68, 69, was Harry Evans. He was a real UP. So he says, people says, Harry should not be the Inspector General. He said, why? He said, but he's the qualified. He said,
Candidate.
if we started doing this, he's a Gambian. He said, we won't have a good record tomorrow.
Exactly.
So this is what he said. And it was a political meeting.
That's that decision is important. Even though the guy that he selected, that Harris, was a fierce opposition party member,
he said that
he still thinks he's a qualified man for that position.
They went to the bureau and he addressed them and says, we have to accept this. This will bring tribalism tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because Harry was a Catholic and then he is a UP.
UP.
You know, he said, but what?
He's Gambian and he's
a
capable, so he
Gambian
deserved the
and
position.
He's the one who is supposed to be in that position.
We are very
so
grateful.
we have to give him.
And that's the
So
way it's
you see,
supposed to
that's
be.
how this is his life. He always do it the correct
The
way.
right way.
You know, the right way and make sure that everybody is happy. You know, so he doesn't want tribalism. He said, we are all Gambians, we are all one. So that's why I respected him and I loved him.
And he loved you back. And look at you, you're still glowing. I know those are very, you know, those were trial times for you. So when you went to the ship and you all went where?
We went to Dhaka first. And then we tried to see whether this thing, but then when they saw the ship, actually before the ship moved, they said the ship has to move. The captain said, they said that if we don't move, they will blow up the ship. Well, that's what they said.
That was what was said to you,
to us.
Yes.
So then we moved. And then when I find out, I said, who are the leaders? Then they called Yaya Jammeh. I said, oh my God, this is trouble. Because he was strong-headed boy.
You knew?
He was under me, not on the Sadauda, but under me.
Okay.
Guarding me, guarding my kids. I take him to play golf with me.
Oh,
this is real.
He was specifically assigned to you?
Yes, yes. And he was always in trouble. I always bail him out with the commanders and so on.
Really? He's always in trouble with his...
Always, is always out of control. All the time. So then, you know, but they place you there for 2-3 years and then they transfer you. I said, Alhamdulillah, when he was transferred from me, because he's always in trouble.
So when that name came up, they told you he's...
Yes, I told my husband, let's be careful. This is going to be a long thing.
Oh.
He said, why? I said, you don't know him, but I know him very well.
Oh, so Jammeh was not necessarily attached with him, but guarding
to
you?
Me.
Wow.
To me, because he was a junior man.
Yes.
It was a junior man, which goes around with our kids and take them to club. In those days, you know, I have younger girls, 16, 17, you know, some were growing up, so, you know, it was...
But the mood of the country then, all that Jammeh claimed when he came to power, did you feel or suspect anything would happen, like a coup or some...
During that time?
Yeah, during that time. Did you suspect anything coming?
No, not really, because once they said it, we were then in Las Palmas. So they said there was a coup, and Ndaunjai is there. He was the commander there, you know, of the army force. I said, no, there is no coup. Ndaunjai, we know Ndaunjai. He was our ADC. And then I said, No, the Njai family are not like that because their father was also a military man, and he knows he trained his kids, his sons very well, you know, disciplined them. So I said no. So in the end, there was nothing.
So
No,
all
so
this.
we had to come back home. So that was all I remember. So I mean, because of the coup in all over West Africa, so sometimes you think, you know, you will say
That made you
could,
think.
Yeah,
Is
it will think that
yeah.
maybe it will happen with this thing, but not with the older officers, but with the younger
Younger
officers.
ones, yes,
You
yes.
expect that.
So
So,
stop.
I mean, I just think, but not really.
You didn't see it in reality
no,
near you. Okay,
no,
so you didn't see it
no.
coming.
Because I mean, he's such a good man.
Yes.
He harms nobody. So I mean, so why him? So that's what I thought. And he wanted to retire.
Yes.
This was about 5-6 years before this. But they said no,
Don't
they don't
retire.
have a good choice yet, a good candidate to replace him. So they begged him and this thing, so he had to wait. So I said, till when? I think you should retire
should
now.
retire
because he
now,
said-
okay.
But I mean, people wanted him, love him, so I mean,
And up to today, people love and respect him
more, love him more now.
now because at
You know,
least now
he's the
we
father
know-
of the nation.
Yes, he is.
He brought independence.
Yes.
So I am the
He
mother
did.
of the nation.
Yes,
so,
you are. You are.
know, so-
Definitely, you are. Both of you are.
Yeah.
He's the father of the nation, and you are the
he
beautiful
is.
mother
Yeah.
of the nation. And we really appreciate all that he did throughout. So when you went on exile, I mean, how did you feel? You were.
It was
forced-
tough.
It was tough.
Yeah,
How did
but
you overcome?
We went to Senegal, we stayed there for a month, and then he decided, let's go to UK and see. So I don't know whether it was a good thing or not, because if you stay to Africa, they respect you a little bit more.
Yes, yeah,
But in UK, yeah, we struggle a lot.
yeah.
There in the house.
Well, all of us were in exile during that time, but for you,
We-
be from
it was
first
tough.
lady to refugee in a country where you are going to be there, whether you like it or not,
was tough.
how did you go through that? How did you manage through it?
It's not easy to explain.
Yes, yes.
It was.
Some days do you have hope that you guys are going to come
You-
back, or some days
Every
do you
year
lose
you
hope
have the hope.
that maybe you will go
We'll
back?
go back.
Oh, okay.
Every year there is a hope.
Okay.
But when it went up to 10
Yeah,
years,
you like-
then you were discouraged. And then, you know, things were mounting up, you know, the house, this thing, the kids, the education of the kid, it was tough.
Your husband, he's a very humble man. I read somewhere in his book where he traveled to Atlanta with some of his colleagues, and they left him at the airport. They didn't go back with him. He was left with his own luggage to carry through the airport, and he said he met a Freetonian, Sierra Leonean friend, you know, who saw it. So he being president before, and all the luxury and all the convenience there was.
The convenience was zero.
Zero. So how did he
Oh, yeah.
manage through it? Does he
Yeah.
stay? Did he stay the same calm, humble person?
He says he stayed the same calm and says, I didn't deserve this. So we have to accept it. He doesn't deserve it. But he just said that, but he was calm.
Yes.
All his life he was calm.
So-
Whatever he sees, he says, well, this is life.
Yeah.
You know, this is life. He always
Did he
says.
feel any form of betrayal from like the masses? Did he thought, oh, we should have done enough to bring him back, or was he not aware of the reality that's, you know, somehow did he see it coming too? You know,
to coming back.
the coup that happened over, you know, when they overthrew him, he did not. You did not think he see it coming too, just like you.
No, he did not.
He did not see
He
it
did
coming.
not. Definitely, I'm telling you the truth. He did not. I always think, you know, think about it, but he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He said, whenever next time, he said, when I retire, I won't go back. He said, you wait. I'll
So
just
when
give
they
them
called
time."
you guys back to come and return, were you happy when Yaya said, oh, now you can come home?
I was not.
How was that negotiated?
I was
So-
not, and his son Dauda, the big one, the eldest, we were not happy. But he decided that he's old, he wants to come home, and things are tough. But I was not happy. Dauda was not happy. Dauda Junior, both of us were not happy.
But either way, you-
and we didn't like it. With Sarah Jangha and others, everybody says no. But he said he wants to come.
Come home.
So, at the end of the day, we have to.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now
she's our boss,
yes,
so we have to do
yes,
what
and we're glad you guys are
Yes,
back
we are
home.
back, and then
he's
we-
been given a peaceful life. Everybody loves that he's back home, you know, leading a very peaceful, quiet life.
Yeah, quiet life, because if we go out, then the crowd started to follow him. And even during the Yahya Jammeh, the crowd and so on. So we decided to go out less and
yeah,
let's just go to the beach for him to walk and this
Come
thing.
back.
So that's it, because the crowd
They love him.
always there. They're there for him. They love him very much.
So now we have another new president, another, you know, first family. How did you compare the two? How did you see them? Do you see them as young, modern, or, you know, what would have you done differently if you were, you know, if it was now? Or what
Yeah.
do you think?
I love the family of the Barrow and
Barrow.
all. It's the media that is manipulating everything.
Really?
That's what I think.
That's what you
So
think.
I don't know.
How? Maybe. Can you give
I
us a clue?
mean,
What-
they will say things that are not really true, but some of them are true. But the thing is, a country that has been gone outrageous, spoiled, and everything down the
Destroyed.
drain for 22 years, you cannot build that country within 1 year.
No, you can't.
They have to give him a chance. 10 years, even 10 years, they cannot distinct the economy, revive the economy. So the person who is there, give him chance.
For how many years? Like 5, 10
Yeah,
years?
well, they said 3 years, 5 years. I don't want to go into politics details,
No,
but
it's just
you know,
your
just
the
give
way
him,
you see it.
yeah, just the way I see it. Give him chance to see and let him do his work. Because people wants to know what he will do at the end of the 5 years. But I mean, if everybody is saying he's no good, and they started in the, oh my God, it's not only the media, but the
It's a
the girls,
yeah.
this thing. Everybody's saying things that, you know, it's not this thing.
But, you know,
We are lucky.
Exactly. During your time, there
That's
was no
what I want to
Facebook,
say.
there
You
was
know,
no WhatsApp, there was no cameras,
there was no Facebook, there was
no-
nothing.
Yeah.
So we are lucky.
Yes.
But they are the unlucky ones. You know, so they have to accept it too.
Exactly.
You
They will
know,
have
and
to
then
adjust.
yeah,
It's their generation.
yes.
Because it's
and
the
wherever
same, it's
you
the same
go,
media
you have to let the media to interview you.
Exactly.
Interview,
Yes.
I said.
Yes.
You know, and then say the facts.
Yes.
Not the things are not facts.
Yes.
Just say the facts.
Facts.
That's all.
You know. Okay.
You know.
So
that's what I believe in. Because Sadauda always says, say the truth.
yes.
You know, it will help you. It wouldn't be nice to tell people the truth, but tomorrow it helps you a lot.
But don't you think the media, or what you think people are going after him or the media, don't you think because the coalition spirit is somehow broken? People are not, because
Truly speaking, I'm not happy with the broken of the coalition, because coalition has all. Because they won by coalition.
Exactly.
They should stay by coalition.
Exactly. So because
Until-
because of the coalition that we thought, you know, he's going to bring everybody together. So when it got broken at the top, don't you think that's why all this?
Yeah, maybe.
Because they give them,
Maybe. I don't
then
want
the
to
media.
comment much
Okay,
with
yeah.
this
So
TV.
that fair. What
Thank
he
you
said,
very
yes.
much.
Thank you very much, lady. I really appreciate, you know, you having us here and taking all your time from your quiet life and from your family, and we're very, very grateful. And anytime, probably you should come to our studios and give us
I
one
will.
there.
I will.
And we will talk more about fashion, about women things, and you know, being a first lady, because I'm sure the younger generation would love to hear from you again. Okay, thank you so much.
Very much, Fatty.
Yes, thanks.
It was so nice
Yes.
to.
Yes.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah.